Let's talk about something a little complicated: the quiet guilt of doing better than others. It's this feeling that a lot of us have, but maybe we don't have the words for it. That weird, heavy feeling that can show up right when we should be celebrating our biggest wins. And, it should. Success is supposed to feel good. I mean, you get the promotion, you heal from something tough, you finish that big project. That feeling is real. It's what you worked for. But have you ever felt that other thing? The thing that comes along with the victory. It's not quite sadness, but it's a weight, a strange complexity that just kind of clouds the celebration. It's so confusing, right? If this is everything you've worked for, why doesn't it feel light? And I think this is where we start to get to the heart of it. Your journey is yours alone, and when you move forward, when you climb, you naturally create some distance. It's not on purpose, it's just that paths change. And you start to leave behind the situations, the mindsets, and yeah, sometimes the people who are still back where you started. This slide really lays it out. On one side, you've got the new you. You're earning more, you're healing, you're growing. But then there's the old world, the world that remembers who you used to be. The one that, while you've moved on, might still be stuck in that exact same struggle. And that's the core of it right there. The guilt isn't really about your success. It's about your escape. It's that deep, empathetic ache you feel, knowing you made it out of a tough spot that people you care about are still living in. This isn't just some random, vague emotion. It's a real, recognized thing. Psychologists have looked at this for a long time, and it turns out there's actually a name for it. And just giving it a name, that can be a huge first step. So the term is survivor's guilt. And usually when we hear that phrase, our minds go to really big, catastrophic events. A soldier who comes home when others in their unit didn't, or someone who walks away from a terrible accident. It's wrapped up in that heavy, haunting question: why did I make it and they didn't? But here's the thing. What if we've been looking at this idea a little too narrowly? What if survival isn't just about literal life or death situations? The emotional engine behind this feeling, well, it can show up in a lot of other places in our lives. Because that's the big idea here. Survivor's guilt doesn't just live in war. It lives in growth. Think about it. When you're the first person in your family to graduate from college, or you break a cycle of poverty, or you get out of a really toxic environment, you are, in a very real way, surviving. You're surviving a past that could have easily held you down. And that act of survival can bring on that exact same feeling of guilt. So it all comes down to this really powerful question. It's not about pretending where you came from doesn't exist, or being ashamed of how far you've come. The real challenge is, how do you hold both? How do you honor the world you left behind, feel for the people still there, but also give yourself permission to live in the future you worked so damn hard to create? It's a balance. It's a journey. So what does that balance look like for you?